Hello students, in this part we will discuss on Mendelian disorders and chromosomal disorders. Mendelian disorders. We have discussed about Mendelian disorder such like as color blindness, Haemophilia, sickle cell anemia, thalassemia and phenylketonuria. Where in this part we will discuss all these different type of Mendelian disorder briefly. First of all, we will take color blindness. What is color blindness? How this color blindness may spread from one generation to the next. Color blindness is the disorder in which a normal vision person can see object clearly, but he can't distinguish between the color of red and green. This disorder is a X-linked, or you can say that sex-linked, recessive. It means a female has both X and X chromosome and male has only single X chromosome. If a female is carrier, then it may cause, female is carrier, then X, one chromosome X is affected and it spread from one generation to next. This disorder may be spread just like as crisscross. What is crisscross? The crossing breeding, the crossing process in which traits can be transferred from grandfather to grandson through his daughter, and grandmother to granddaughter through her son. This type of disorder may be concluded. Color blindness, this is a X-linked or sex-linked recessive trait or disorder. Disorders. A person with normal vision but cannot able to distinguish between the red and green color. One means a person can see the object clearly, but he can't differentiate between red and green color. This disorder, in this disorder, the next offspring may be affected like as crisscross inheritance. A female which has normal vision but she is carrier, then the one X is affected with color blindness. A female of normal vision which may be a carrier. This is due to a female has two XX chromosomes. Maybe one X is affected, maybe one is affected. So this type of female is carrier. XXC, C stands for suffering from color blindness. This type of female is a carrier. But in a male, if one X, it contains one X and that is affected, the male is not carrier, it may be affected. Because sex linked, in male there is only one X chromosome, Y chromosome is not carry any gene, and male only one chromosome, that is X. If that X is affected, then the male is affected, not a recessive, you can say that recessive. But male always affected in sex linked, female may be carrier. Clear? For example, a female which is carrier of color blindness marriage with a normal man. Female carrier of color blindness marries with a normal man, then what is the pedigree analysis, what is the pedigree chart of their offspring? Female is carrier. It means a female consists, one X is affected with color blindness, and a male is normal. Normal male contains X and Y chromosome. If this X, you can write up it with a Punnett square. Male X and Y, female X and XC. XC stands for, okay, it is the one X which is carrier of color blindness. Then X and X, normal girl. X and Y, normal man. Just X and XC is a carrier female or a carrier girl, and XC and X, it means a male which is affected male. So this order may be caused from a X-linked recessive disorder. This is X-linked recessive traits or X-linked recessive disorder. You can also say that sex-linked. This is the color blindness, possibility of color blindness. And same type of disorder is hemophilia. Hemophilia. Hemophilia is a disorder, is also X-linked recessive disorder. X-linked recessive disorders or recessive traits. In this also, a male or a female, male may be affected or a female may be carrier. If they marry with each other, they can affect the next generation also. What would happen in the hemophilia? Which type of disease or hemophilia? Hemophilia is disorder in which anti-hemophilic globin is not produced. It means lack of clotting factor. Blood का clotting factor ना बनना. इस प्रकार का disorder hemophilia कहलाता है. This disorder, there is no formation of anti-hemophilic globin. It means A anti, H hemophilic, and G stand for globin. This is the clotting factor. Clotting factor. If there is any injury, the bleeding starts. After some time later, anti-hemophilic globin make the clot and stop the bleeding. But if this lack of this hemoglobin, or you can say that anti-hemophilic globin, there is no stoppage of bleeding, the person will die with suffering from anemia. If there is any injury, the the bleeding start. In lack of AHG, stand for anti-hemophilic globin, there is no formation of clot. Thus, the person will die suffering from anemia. This disorder is also X-linked recessive disorder. It means a female may be carrier. Recessive means female may be carrier. If it occurs in male, the male contain only one X and that X is affected, then we can say that that is not recessive, dominant. So this is X-linked recessive disorder. It means this disorder may be spread from next generation through a female which is a carrier. This disorder may be spreaded in the or transmitted in the next generation through a female carrier. Not affected. Female which is mostly affected from hemophilia, they may be die at the earlier stage. And if it occurs in male, then male may be dominant because it contains only one X. But in female there are two X. One X is affected and one is normal. Then that type of female is carrier. The male has only one X chromosome. If this will affected, if this affected, then it may be dominant. But it is a recessive trait. It is a recessive disorder. It means a female must be carrier. A female must be carrier. Suppose how we can generate the progeny of the pedigree chart of a progeny when a female which is carrier of hemophilic marriage with a normal man. Carrier female of hemophilia marries with a normal man, then what is the pedigree chart of their progeny? A female which is carrier, it means that one X is affected and one is normal. One is affected, it means XX, and one is normal, XX. Female, this is the female, and male, it has only normal, a normal man. Then what is the pedigree chart of this progeny? We will draw a Punnett square. Man X and Y normal, whereas female is X and XH, a carrier. X and X, XX, normal female. X and Y, XY, normal man or male. XX, X, it means this is the carrier female. Carrier female. And if this X, which is affected from hemophilic, cross with the Y, then it forms XHY, the male affected. So there is less chance of a female which is affected, more chance, rare chance in female which is affected, because mostly affected dominant or both the X are affected with hemophilic, the female may be die at the earlier stage. So there is less chance of hemophilic a female. Male must be higher number of hemophilic affected. Such as example, Queen Victoria is a carrier of hemophilia, which has all the descendant, means its offspring, her offspring are affected from the hemophilic disorders. Clear? This is the hemophilia, and these two types of disorders are X-linked recessive disorders. Next disorder means sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia, this disorder is autosomal recessive traits. Autosomal recessive trait or disorder. This disorder may be spread into the next progeny if male and female both are carriers. This disorder transmit to the next progeny if a male or a female both are carriers. What would happen in this disorder? We know that in hemophilic beta hemoglobin chain there are amino acid, a chain of amino acid. At the sixth position, glutamic acid is present. But due to some disorders, some autosomal recessive traits, one change of amino acid is replaced by the A from U, means glutamic acid change into valine. In place of glutamic acid, valine is approached. So this type of disorder is called sickle cell anemia. In this, the shape of RBC is changed just like as a sickle. So this is also a anemia disorder. It means lack of blood. As we know that in the beta hemoglobin chain, beta hemoglobin, there is chain of amino acid. There is a chain of amino acid. Sickle cell anemia is autosomal recessive traits, as well as you can say that it is a point mutation. It means change of any one gene from one place, in which at the sixth position, of amino acid, glutamic acid, it means GAG, glutamic acid is present. But due to point mutation, one gene from A it replaced by U, then the glutamic acid converted to valine is replaced by valine. Valine is also a amino acid, and its sequence is GUG. Listen, A is replaced by U. Both G are the same. This is a point mutation. Through a single gene is replaced by other gene. This is a point mutation disorder. In this disorder, there is lack of blood. In this disorder, there is lack of blood. It means there are the chain of amino acid which contained here This is the beta hemoglobin chain of amino acid, and this sixth position it contains glutamic acid. It means GAG. This is the long chain. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and this is the sixth position. Here is sixth position. Glutamic acid is placed, but due to some point in mutation, this A is replaced by U, uracil. Adenine is replaced by uracil. So it converts into here sixth position. It converts into GUG. GAG is the sequence or triplet of glutamic acid, and GUG is for valine. So replace valine, replace glutamic acid but through the valine. This may change the shape of the RBC. This change the shape of RBC. RBC consists shape change from biconcave to sickle. We know that RBC is a biconcave in shape, but due to lack of or you can say that converting of glutamic acid into valine, its shape is changed into just like this one. So this is also a disorder which may cause anemia. The person can suffering from anemia may die. Clear? This is the three types of disorder. In next part we will discuss on the other remaining disorders.